existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Florida Gators, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators offense has the ball first today. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season, David.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award. Now, it is a quarterback award, but recent years, Ashton Jeanty, you saw him there. But you got to be
turning it on. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Not even 2 minutes in, and they're already in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll breaks into the open on the left. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Grabbed over the middle. It's Laporta. He's brought down the 1. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. He'll do it himself. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll throw it. He makes a grab. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
And I think that completion is as good as a 1st down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The Gators are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Got the 1st down and more. At the 35, he's loose. Racing to the right. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way.
Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
Pass interference penalty will cost the defense 15 and a first down for this offense. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Caught in the backfield, it's Foster. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Laporta. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's got room. It's a seam wide open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Gator. He got a step and just dusted the field.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defense.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Got the first down, looking for more. There he goes. 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Laporta. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Laporta. Right down the gut of the field. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Bulldogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Oh, he's got some space. Pass the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gator.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Not much time left in the first. They'll be able to get off one more play. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Laporta. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Mississippi State going up tempo. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Slings it. Got his man to the left. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here's the handoff. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Gators come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Morris. Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Pulls it in. It's Wolf. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Gators are marching down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Florida. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in a game.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't.
Intercepted. The defense has set him up. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
To the air on second down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Pass interference, defense.
So the pass interference in the end zone will have the ball placed at the 2. After that penalty, now they're set up inside the red zone on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Morris. Breaks into the open. Those defenders were seeing red, and the quarterback felt it and got down quickly. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Laporta. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Got his man. On the move at the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air, it's Morris. Throws for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They go to the ground. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Catch in the middle, it's Foster. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking down the middle. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Walters. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
They booted away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw. It's Morris. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab. Gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville.
Just about set to get this second half underway. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Send the tight end in motion. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. And the sack. All the way back at the 5. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Bulldogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down.
And David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll go right back to him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Lost 1 on that last one. It's second and 11. They'll go to the ground. going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got him downfield. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Foster. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. There he goes. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Dropping back, it's Morris. A strike downfield. He's loose down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gator.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. The give. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Lyle. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Looking downfield on first down. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Oh, they're after him. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Lyle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air, it's Morris. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking left. Got his man. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Hauls it in. And he strides his way end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Mississippi State, 17.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They're working that left side. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets into the 23. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
You want to have a lot of success on defense? Make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
Grab near the marker. It's Lyle. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. On target. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Continuing to churn and move it forward. They're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw. It's Morris. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And a sack all the way back back at the 5. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Morris. It's complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wolf. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Flips it out in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Zings it complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. A 3rd down try for the offense. They'll try the run. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Moves around to clear up the vision. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your
turning it on! Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. Big fella fighting for every inch, but he will not get there, and it'll be 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Can they catch him? Flying the friendly skies. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down, still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it inches away from the touchdown. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Looking downfield, it's Morris. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. One more play to pad the stats. From the gun. Finds him out of the backfield. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him.